Hello, sunshine. It's Eli from Iconoclast Maine. Yeah, I know, I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm not going to rationalize it or justify it. I'm poisoning myself. Breakup shit 101. Mourning the idea of who you thought they were. Coffee to stain my teeth. I'll bleach them later. Fuck it. Mourning the idea of who they were, of who you thought they were, your vision, your idea. When we get with a person, we think that they're this or they're that, and actually they're just a projection of the better part of ourselves or who we think they are. Mother Nature has a wicked way of using chemical infatuation on us babies. Mourning the idea of who we thought they were, because they weren't who we thought. So she broke up with you or he broke up with you, ladies, and they're just a dick or a cunt. They're just a piece of shit. They replaced you like it wasn't nobody's business. Guess what? You're going to start thinking that if you prove yourself to them, or if you change, and I've done this myself, if you change, they'll come to see that, because they'll change the goalpost. They'll say, well, if you do this, I'll consider, and you'll do that, you'll change this or that, and I'm telling you, don't do it. And you've heard this probably 1,000 times, and you might have to go through it. I don't know. I did a couple of times because of who I thought that person was. But it was just a concept. Who I thought they were was just a concept inside my head. It takes a very long time to actually get to know a person. And if you know my definition of what a healthier couple is nowadays, you'll come to understand that it takes two people acknowledging the imperfections of each other, accepting those imperfections, and then working with those, and always arguing to make up instead of break up, always arguing as a couple. But who you thought they were is not who they really are. You know that now, and you have to remind yourself of that. You're really mourning an ego loss to some degrees. Because sometimes, during a breakup, both of you realize that it's just not working. And then you take the mature route and you either leave the door open for later, or you honestly decide to actually become friends. And don't agree, and I will say this again, and you'll hear this all over. Do not agree to be his or her friend if you have romantic interest left in them. Or if they've hurt your fucking ass so fucking bad that you don't need to be around them. Just don't do it. It's not good for you, baby. And you are worth more than that. Do you fucking hear me? You are worth more than that. But you need to have sort of like a funeral time, a mourning time. Go on TED Talks about grief and mourning, and actually mourn the relationship. The relationship, especially if you put in as much effort, even if you made mistakes. And you might want to write down your mistakes, what you did, how you fucked up, but you also want to write down how they fucked up. Keep that shit real. Keep it harmonized and balanced. Keep it real. We all fuck up. We all make mistakes in relationships and ships. We sure do. One of the key errors that I made in the past was that I only wrote down what I fucking did wrong. And then I would get resentful, blurt out a bunch of hateful ass shit, or go into denial about who and what the fuck that other person did, what she did, whoever she was in my life at that time. I'm not talking about one specific lady out there. You have to realize that a lot of times, especially with a lot of more narcissistic people, that that other person put on what they thought you wanted to see. They may not have ever been interested in what you were interested in. In other relationships, a lot of ladies will do or take up the hobby and hobbies or wrap themselves around a man and take on a piece of his persona until they get so depleted in that relationship. And you could always tell the signs are there. They'll start disengaging. They'll start making hints about somebody else, especially if they're a replacer. And they'll start taking in and wrapping themselves around this new motherfucker, even if they haven't kissed him, fucked him, went out with him, etc., etc. They're lining up your fucking replacement. They sure the fuck are. Anyway, once the infatuation, and even if you've got children or you've been in the relationship for 20 fucking years, the person who you knew is dead. Maybe they never existed. People have completely hidden lives, and it's very difficult to keep like minds together or to grow in expansion saying, okay, I'm like this and you're like that. And it's okay. People in general, pigs, people in general, have a hard time being completely open and honest with each other and just being real. Just being real. You could be as real. I mean, as a man, I could be an asshole and I could do some dickish things. At the very same time, I mean, I am intensely fucking loyal. And I'm almost as honest to be so fucking blunt. Almost too honest. I'm learning not to be so open and not to be so honest, openly honest, or honest. What they say, honest to a fault. I don't want to mislead you or misguide you, because honesty is the best policy. However, when you go through the breakup, all those things that you shared in confidence, a lot of times they're going to use against you, and you're going to use some against them, or you're going to be tempted to. I mean, I've done both, and I've done neither. I mean, it happens. As you grow, you'll see that it's just not worth your time. As a man, also, in the future, you do not want to tell the women that you get with everything about you. You want to keep some shit a mystery until the proper time so that they have new things to learn about you. Not to be dishonest and not to hide things from them, but it keeps a little bit of that juice, a little bit of that spice going on. Anyway, back to the point. We rarely know the person or people that we're with unless we've been with them and they've made an agreement to be open and readily honest. So you need to take the time to mourn. You need to really take the time to mourn, babies. At times, what a lot of people don't know, because I am a Chevy person, is that there are some Fords that I actually do consider vehicles, like the old Ford Mustangs, or the old Fords from way back in the day, after the Model Ts and Model As or whatever. Those 1930s and 40s cars. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Those were real vehicles. something I don't tell everybody, but now you know. So don't be telling people. All right, but that's part of the real me. Most people never find that out about me. Mourn the idea or the concept. Something about her or him changed anyway. So, and as we go through time and space, we change anyway. We grow for the better or for the worse. Uh, and although they still have certain patterns and habits, they're different now. Does that mean that you can't get back together with them in the future? No. But you need to give up hope of that shit first. You need to get back to center and really concentrate on you. You need to really concentrate on you. You hear me? Don't be fucking worried about that other person. Don't you know unfollow them on Facebook, uh, YouTube, whatever. Unfollow their asses. Keep the contact down to a minimum. That doesn't mean be a dick. Go back to my videos on no contact, and I'll probably do more videos on no contact. Um, Another person who I really like with the no contact rule is Corey Wayne, author of How to Be a 3% Man. He really breaks that shit down. Big shout out to Corey Wayne with the no contact rule. But you need to really mourn the idea. Have a little funeral. Write down what you loved or what you thought you loved about them. Maybe take one of their pictures, yeah. If you can't handle burning or tearing up the original picture, go down to the drugstore, make some copies, and have a funeral and burn that shit, bury that shit, and actually mourn and grieve the loss. Grieve the loss in the relationship as if it were a child that died, one of your children, because a relationship was a breathing and living thing also. It really was. And parts of it were good, and parts of it were bad. Bad. But the relationship is dead, and it is gone. Even if you get with that person again and have another relationship with that person, it won't be the same. It will be a new relationship, hopefully better. Maybe not. I have found that in some cases it just doesn't get better. And like I say, if you have any romantic interest uh, with that other person, don't agree to be their friend. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't agree to be their friend. Because if you do that, they're gonna friend zone, what they call friend zone you, and you'll be thinking romantically. They'll be thinking that you're an actual friend, which is dishonest anyway. It's not the way that you actually feel. So honor your fucking feelings and be able to just walk away. Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful to you. Look up, like I say, the TED Talks on grieving, and look up how to grieve and how to mourn and how to get over on YouTube and on Google. Google is awesome. YouTube is awesome. Thank you, all you YouTubers. And thank you, Google, for making such knowledge accessible these days. We live in an awesome fucking time. For all of y'all going through this shit, I wish you all well. And it does get better. You will have better. You will. It just takes time, space, and healing. So eat that chocolate and that ice cream and those fucking Twinkies. Well, they don't even make Twinkies anymore, do they? Donuts, what the fuck ever, for a little bit. And get up off your ass, start exercising, start working on your hobbies and your interests again. Start reconnecting with friends and family. Make new friends and family. Get out of the fucking house a little bit at a time. Alright? I love y'all. If you found this to be helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. If you know somebody who's going through shit with a breakup, share this fucking video. All right, don't be a dick. Don't be a cunt like that. If you have a problem that you think I can help you with, one problem. Text your name. Tell me about yourself and your problem or issue to 1-270-943-7691. That's 1-270-943-7691. And if you can't do that, email me at the.elijah.smith@gmail.com. That's the.elijah.smith@gmail.com. And as always, if you agree with what we're doing here, healing people, because we will reach 1 billion people, just like fucking McDonald's. Except in a good and healthy way. Support our channel with the information in the description below. And until next time, my sexy mothers, have a great and awesome day.